Hi, I'm Meg. Welcome to my kitchen. I like to make healthy and delicious meals. Today we're making Kadai paneer, quote unquote. We're going to use tofu instead of paneer, but we're going to flavor the tofu so it's nice and smoky and delicious like the paneer would be. So let's get right into it. There are some spices that you might not use all the time. One suggestion I have is to go to a grocery store that has bulk spices, and you can pick up as little or as much as of the spices you need, so you don't have to spend $6 for just a small amount of something. All right, let's get into it. The first thing you're going to do is cut 3 bell peppers. You're going to dice them. They don't have to be finely diced, just want big chunks. We're going to throw those bell peppers in a pan on medium heat and saute them until they become darker green. While the green peppers are cooking, you're going to start cutting up your onions. You take the skins off and then you're going to dice them up. They don't have to be finely diced because we're going to use the immersion blender, so it's going to blend them up. Just dice them up as finely as you have the patience for. You're going to take 3 cloves of garlic. I like to use the flat side of my knife and squish it, take the peel off, and then dice those up. Take your ginger. I like to use a peeler and just peel off the skin, and then use my small little grater to grate up the ginger, and so it's not in big chunks. Look at those peppers, they look nice and delicious. They're ready to go in a bowl on the side for later. Nothing is ever super clean in my kitchen, but I swear this pan just looks like so brown and disgusting just because of cooking the peppers. So we're going to use the same pan to start cooking our onions in there with some oil, and then you're going to start chopping your tomatoes to throw in the pan next. Once your onions start changing to another color purple, it's time to get our ginger and our garlic that you've diced up. Throw those in there with the onions and also cook those until they change color a little bit. This is my favorite part, adding the tomatoes. It's just such a blast of color. So throw those in there and cook them until they get very mushy and start looking like a sauce. Now we're ready to throw in our spices. We have smoked paprika, fennel seeds, we have coriander powder, turmeric powder, garam masala powder, and fenugreek leaves and salt. If you don't have any of these ingredients and want to leave them out, that's fine. Or if you have them in a different powder form, like powder or leaves or seeds, that's fine too. Take 2 big tablespoons, well, big if you really like creamy stuff, 2 big tablespoons of cashew butter and put them in the pot and kind of mix it around until it melts. It's kind of very thick, so just kind of wait till the heat takes action to kind of melt it into the sauce. Now add your non-dairy milk. Just make sure it's unsweetened. You're gonna put that in there and it's gonna start looking so creamy and yummy. Now use an immersion blender to blend it all up. If you don't have one, you can skip this. It will just be a little chunkier. Now we'll make the marinade for our baked tofu. Start with 2 limes and squeeze the juice from those. To that, you're going to add nutritional yeast, and after the nutritional yeast, some smoked paprika. The smoked paprika gives it a really nice smoky taste. And then finally, you're going to add some chili powder. You can add a little bit of chili powder or a lot of chili powder, depending on how spicy you like it. And finally, some coconut oil to finish it off. I usually like to use a tofu press to make my tofu more firm. If you don't have a tofu press, you can buy just super firm tofu or use a paper towel to kind of blot some of the moisture off. Wow, I'm so meticulous in the kitchen. Look how evenly I cut those pieces. Just kidding. Try and cut them as evenly as you can. If you don't, no worries. Throw those onto a pan, sheet pan ready to go into the oven. Take your marinade and throw it over all your tofu pieces, and take your spoon, kind of mix it up so that the marinade coats all the pieces evenly. I took the tofu out of the oven after 15 minutes at 350. Now pour your tofu in with your bell peppers, and to that we're going to pour the sauce in and mix it all up until it's well combined. And then you're ready to get to the serving part of the night, and we're going to serve it. You can serve it with rice or serve it with some flatbread. I made some whole grain flour with sweet potato flatbread. If you don't want to make your own flatbread, you can also use tortilla or chapati from an Indian grocery store. Just serve it with some kind of carb or starch. Would be very yummy and delicious. I hope you give this yummy, rich vegan meal a try. Thanks for cooking with me today. Bye, guys.